Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we have another LEGO Marvel Avengers video for you. This happens to be some more DLC, the classic Black Panther story. That's right, we're going to ring off a couple of trophy achievements, one called Who is the Black Panther for simply completing the story level, and then one called King of Wakanda, which is actually going to be for getting the true Avenger requirement of 70k. Now you can see on the right, we don't get any mini kits and we don't get a chance to freely. Well, I shouldn't say we don't get a chance, we always get a chance, but we actually surpass the opportunity and or bypass, whichever. We pass by. How about that? And speaking of which, we're also going to pass up into space and roll. Look at that. It's right over to our right. We didn't have to go and look for it. It's right there. We're going to click on the old Black Panther icon there. And, of course, we only have story to choose from. So I'm going to shut my yapper and let's check out a quick cutscene, huh?
Wakanda, an isolated and technologically advanced civilization on the African continent. 3 times winner of the coveted Vibranium Producer of the Year award. And more importantly, my home. I am T'Challa, son of T'Chaka. And like my father before me, I serve as the Black Panther, protector of my people. I'm also pretty good at crochet. My first real test as the Panther came in the form of Claw, a greedy mercenary who took my father from me. With the help of my sister Shuri, I prepared to save my people and bring Claw to justice. Let the hunt begin.
With his sister by his side, Shuri, he has an advantage. Ooh, some crazy wordplay coming right out the box. And yeah, speaking of which, we're going to go ahead and just make our way through this level. As you can see, we've turned off all of our stud multipliers just so we can kind of get a gauge of how many studs are required. Because if you have all of those on, you're going to get that true Avenger requirement before you even gain control of your character. And so yeah, we're going to go ahead and make it rain some studs, and I wasn't sure how many studs we were going to see along the way, so I go ahead and smash and grab quite a few because you know me, I got to get them all. And you can see the old classic Black Panther, he has a couple of moves, and Shuri actually has some pretty sweet stuff too going on. She got a nice little spear she can throw, and it actually will fill in the old sockets. You know, Hawkeye can shoot some arrows and fill some sockets up with his arrows, but the old staff here will work just as well, and we'll prove that here in a little bit. So, pretty cool. Both of these characters are available as soon as you start. Obviously, they're part of the story mission. And they even have some buddy up, team up stuff there. As you can see, I just did one and dropped it like it's hot, and it made a bunch of studs puke out on the right-hand side over there. But, all right, you can see there was a bunch of stuff in the middle of this kind of octagonal-shaped thing. We're going to go ahead and build, smash and grab, and build the pieces into a switch. And then we're going to push that switch, which actually reveals kind of one of the sides up there. You can see there's 2, I guess they're feet or paws that need to be moved around. So we use the spear to go ahead and knock down a nice little drapery on the left there. We rebuilt the pieces into another push lever and push that into place. And look at that. Oh, in Wakanda, they worship the Panther God. And we have apparently opened up the doors. And ooh, now we got to go punch our way right into the chest of this giant Sphinx-like statue here. It kind of reminds me of the Sphinx, except for it's a panther instead of a Sphinx. All right, so we crack that open and we reveal the techno panel. And look at that, we get to get our hack on here in a second. And all right, so it gives us a clue here too. You can see there's a yellow, a blue, and a pink light. It kind of reminds me of Lego Dimensions, if I'm being honest. And reminds me of the portal. But you can see here what we got to do is we got to match up the color schemes here. So I was actually not really paying attention to the colors at first, so I didn't realize that the orange was on there, or the yellow was on the left. And that opened up a mini kit, which we had the opportunity to grab, but we're going to pass that up. We're going to get all 10 of those in our free play version. Now, if you guys are in a hurry and for whatever reason maybe our free play video isn't quite up yet because you're just watching this and you're wanting to know where all those mini kits are, make sure you check out our trophy achievement guide on our main website at HappyThumbsGaming.com. Dougie puts together quite awesome guides, lots of information, and all of the Black Panther stuff is already there. So, as you can see, I just matched the colors 3 different times. Once opened up the left, it gave me a mini kit. Once gave me to the right, which actually gave me access to like a chimney, an empty chimney there. And the far right one gave me, and then the third one gave me the access to the far right door. And of course, I was a little curious as to what was over here on the left-hand side, so I went ahead and strolled on over here. It looks like there might be a free play item. Oh, no, I guess not. I thought that was going to be one of the flags that you got to smash and rebuild, because there are 5 of them scattered throughout this area. I believe there's 5. I think so. We'll find out here in a second. All right, so this was kind of tricky. Not really. You just have to think before you do here. And I was thinking you had to pull the lever down up top with one character and the lower lever down with the second character. And I wasn't really paying attention that I turned the vents on and off and totally got a little too hot to trot there with that steam coming through. So we'll flip that back and make sure the steam's on the left-hand side so we can advance on the right. And look at that. There's this weird spinning dealy bobby out here. It looks kind of like a rocket with an antenna on it or something. I don't know what's going on there, but we're going to use it to get access to this far right side. And the camera gives us a nice cinematic pan through of all of the items. Oh, and look at that. There's a little puzzle that needs to be solved. So we're going to kind of follow the path of the camera here. We're going to head over to the right-hand side and smash everything in our path. You can see we've already got 50,000 studs. These DLC levels are generally really easy to get what's left for those, true Avenger requirements and stuff. So we make our way over to the right. We jump up on this little bridge here. We notice there's some glowing bits inside these boxes. So as we give these guys some dance lessons, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, we're also going to go ahead and smash and rebuild some pieces on that bridge. Now, well, this guy ran off. He got pretty scared, and I don't know. I don't know if he just headed for the highway or what. I think he was actually going for Shuri, but oh, here he is. What's up, buddy? You want some more of this? All right, there you go. You're welcome. All right, so we rebuilt those boxes on the bridge into a couple of socket holes up top. Now we're going to use the classic Black Panther and his strength to go ahead and smash through that wall. And then we're going to go ahead and get a lesson in physics again, because hot air blowing apparently is not good for a little kitty cat. I guess she's not a kitty. She's a kitty worshiper. But anyways, moving along. I don't see, again, here we are. I don't know a whole lot about these characters. Classic Black Panther and his sister Shuri. But anyways, we use Shuri's little spear there to go ahead and fill up those sockets, which will give us some twirly poles up top. So use the agility wall or the acrobatic wall to go ahead and get up there. And now we're going to go ahead and spin to win. Get all the way up over to this ledge and use the icon here, which for us it was Soikle. We go ahead and spin that around and check it out. Look at this. It fills up. Oh, it breaks that. And it ends up spewing water everywhere, which then in turn leaks down, and oh, look at that. It's weird. It spills water, fills it up, then washes it away and reveals a nice little spot that requires a character with the digging ability. So luckily for us, we knew that Black Panther was one of those characters available of the digging feature. So we got that up, and now we've got a techno panel over here. So we're going to go ahead and get our on. And oh, look at that. We actually have it's a circuit is what's going on here. It takes me a second to figure that out. I'm spinning these all around going, oh, what do I do here? But it's a matter of getting power from one icon to the next. So I figured out right about now, and I realized, oh, look at that. Connect the dots, la, la, la. Kind of reminds me of some old Pee Wee Herman stuff. You remember Pee Wee's Playhouse? Pee Wee's Playhouse. Hey, if you haven't checked out on Netflix, if you were a fan of Pee Wee, definitely check out his recent special that they've added. That's pretty sweet. Pretty cool. Leave me a comment down below if you've seen that, or maybe you like Pee Wee. Maybe you hate Pee Wee. Maybe you've never heard of Pee Wee Herman before. If you haven't, make sure you Google him and check it out. All right, look at that. We're following this little bleep, blop, bloop all the way to the end, and booyakashow.
We managed to complete the repairs and were soon on our way. Claw would soon be brought to justice. Foiled by Augustine Dulac, the Black Knight, we were not deterred. We would simply have to get the replacement bus service instead. I was hot on Claw's heels. I could taste victory. All I needed now was the exact change.
All right, as we gain control here, we notice that I accidentally left my Stanley in peril detector on. So, yeah, if you have the ability to break silver stuff, which I don't think we do, maybe we do. I didn't even actually target with either of these guys because I didn't want to get freed yet. You know how we do it. We always do that in the free play. So, all right, we've got the Black Knight here that we got to fight. And he's got quite the little helmet he's got going. And, oh, look at that. He's got some bad guys that he's going to bring in, too. Some chums. And, all right, so we did smash and rebuild that box there, which happened to be the first of 5 little flags that you got to rebuild. So, again, another free play item that we will return shortly for and get all of those collectibles. And all right, one bad guy left. And all right, here comes the big bad guy of the hour. And he comes in and does his little spin to win. And eventually he drops his sword and it gets stuck. And that's when you go in and strike for... Ready? Oh, boikashow. There we go. So it is the rule of 3. As you might have noticed, there are 3 hearts there. And we're going to go ahead and dodge all of his attacks until he goes up on the stairs into that force-fielded area, or close to it anyways. And he calls on some more of his baddies. So 8 more bad guys come down and try to rain on our parade. But not today, buddy. Not today. And I certainly like the Black Panther's attack when you target a bunch of guys. He like goes, wow, 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 wow. See, look at that. That's pretty cool. I gotta admit, that's pretty stinking cool. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that a lot of these characters that we're getting a hold of that are actually quite useful are characters that we could have used earlier in the actual story and free play stuff. But nonetheless, it's still fun to get them, even if they are not as usable as they once were. All right, so we're getting attacked again. We eradicated all those bad guys he sent after us, and he's going to spin to win, and he's going to get a little dizzy, drop his sword, and booyakashow. 1 more heart removed, and yeah, so that's right. There's not enough room in Wakanda for the both of us. You got to get out of Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? All right, so 10 baddies this time. So. All right, he upped it a little bit on us, but no problem. I'm going to go ahead and target these guys. Oh, that was weird. It looks like Shuri can actually target her brother there. I think that's what happened. Did I take him out, or did she get taken out? I'd have to go back and look at that again, I guess. But anyways, we're going to take out all these bad guys. We only got 3 left, and they're still dropping from the sky. All right, all 3 are down, and now all 3 are out. And last but not least, the knight comes down for one last little swinging swoop. And I try to throw a spear at him, doesn't work very well, and eventually he gets too dizzy, drops his sword, it gets stuck again, and booyakashow. I knock him back into that electricity field, and he gets all shocked up, and not a shock to me that we took him out. We knew we were going to win that. And, ooh, look at that, some glowing bits inside the boxes on the right-hand side, so we're going to smash and rebuild those. Except for, wait, no, we don't have to rebuild, we just have to walk onto that switch there. And that switch actually powers up. Ooh, look at that. It raises one of those socket holes. So now we just got to fill the socket holes, giggity. And we'll go ahead and do that by using Shuri's spear. So 1 spear, 2 spear, 3 spear. Now you can spin to win all the way up to that lever, which pulls that switch all the way down. And look at that. Bling, 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 bling. That's right. Oh, look at that. I didn't realize classic Black Panther can do the agility feats too. So, woohoo. All right, 1 more little lever we need to pull down on the left-hand side, and it's going to go ahead and open up the mouth here. Rawr. And, oh, look out, it's the claw. All right, we're going to go ahead and make our way in, and it's the final battle. Look at that, Stan Lee's, he's still talking trash. I'll rant about this later. Yeah, you will, buddy, because we didn't save you. Well, I promise I'll come back in freely, freely, freely. We're just going to do that in the free play. All right, here is Claw Classic, and this one is not the rule of 3. This one he has quite a bit more hearts, and you just got to get up close and personal and take out a few of those. Looks like 2 before he jumps back and hides behind a force field, and then, of course, he's got some laser beams and all sorts of stuff he shoots at us, and you got to avoid. He drops these weird kind of ice blocks on us, too. See, oh, there, speaking of which, there's one right there. But after a couple of, whether he hits or misses, he comes back out to play again, and he'll target whichever character you have selected, and you'll have to rapidly press that button floating above his head. And look at that. We go ahead and wrap him up, and then we got a little bit... Oh, what? Nah, was no good. We only got 1 heart removed that time. I don't know if you only get a chance to take 1 heart off there, or maybe I just missed an opportunity, but he calls on some bad guys as well, so as if his... ice blocks falling from the sky or laser beams weren't enough, he's going to bring in some baddies too. So we give him the old cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, get a multiplier up, get a whole bunch of studs, and oh yeah, by the way, I think I missed the factor that we did, the fact that we got the Avenger requirement for the true Avenger, so woohoo! All right, we took a couple more hearts off. He runs off like a little wuss puss that he is, and he hides behind that, and look at this. He is on it. Like, normally it's just left and right, and you got to jump over, but nope, it's upsy, downsy, leftsy, rightsy. Oh, speaking of which, watch out, watch out! Look out below! Oh, no. Oh, he's gonna feel that tomorrow. I was trying to do the spin, and I was thinking that maybe some more bad guys were gonna come or something. I'm not actually sure what I was doing. Maybe user error here. All right, he takes a couple of swings at us. Comes back out again. Ooh, another rapid button pressing required. We're gonna go ahead and press that X button until we spam it up. Ooh, we pull him in, kick him down, and run up. Oh, where are you going, buddy? Where are you going? Looks like we took one heart off there too. I wasn't even sure we made contact there, but uh-oh, 10 guys. We got 10 guys flying in, or I guess dropping in. They all seem to be armed too. You know, I've always wondered who funds all of these like bad guys and their guns. Like, they have to bring their own guns, or does, like, you know, the Claw provide them for them? And with a name like the Claw, it seems like he'd have, like, you know, Wolverine claws or something instead of guns to give to people. But anyways, all right, moving along. We got 2 hearts left. We're gonna get up close and personal and wait for it. Nope, you gotta wait for it. I told you, you gotta wait for it. He's got 1 heart left. We gotta dodge some laser beams one more time. And I tried to throw a spear at him, hoping that maybe that would take it out. But, oh, some ice breakers coming down, too. And wait for it. We got 1 more drop. You can always tell it's coming because there's that shadow floating above you. And although I just kind of looked the other way, if I'm being honest, I was looking at my trophy achievement guide at HappyThumbsGaming.com to make sure that there wasn't any other trophies that I could have gotten for, like, selecting a certain character or something. But, you know, this is the story mode. So, that being said, it's usually the free play you get that stuff. And it turns out it was. There is a trophy achievement that will be got in our free play series coming up soon. So, oh, to the yeah, the Claw's coming out for one last time. We're going to give him one last pow right in the kissa, and it'll take us into our final little cutscene, which will then dump us into the final total. So, we'll see you over there. Oh, yeah.
Victory came at last. Claw was finally defeated and would face the
No, it's coming. I promise. Ready? 3, 2.
With Claw disarmed. Disarmed. His army for hire fled like the cowards they are. We repaired our great city. Both its walls and people have never been stronger. My sister, too, has shown herself to be a force to be reckoned with. A force that Wakandans will soon desperately need. But that's another story.
Booyakashow! Who is the Black Panther? And oh, look at that! King of Wakanda! That's right, we got a couple of trophy achievements, and oh, to the yeah. Like I said, one was for completing the level, just simply getting to the end. The other one was for completing the level with the True Avenger requirement, which was pretty easy. We didn't even have any stud multipliers on or nothing, and we got it easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, we're going to come back and get Mr. Lee, as well as the remaining 10 mini-kits and the couple of gold bricks. But, hey, guess what? We made it through another DLC level together, so thanks for that. And you know what this screen means. That's going to wrap it up for LEGO Avengers DLC Classic Black Panther Story, where we rung off that Who is the Black Panther trophy achievement, as well as the Wakanda one. The King of Wakanda. There we go. And, hey, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you found it a little bit entertaining, as well as maybe a little bit informational. If you guys have any questions or comments, head on over to Facebook, Twitter, or simply comment, vote, subscribe down below. You know we always try to get all of those comments responded to. I know that sometimes you guys just say, hey, thanks. Sometimes we thumbs up it. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes, if you guys got a question, though, we always do our best to try and answer that question. So, oh to the yeah. I think that's going to do it for me. As always, until next time.